Here's a quick tutorial on some tweaks that I didn't even know about, and I started doing some research into um, new tweaks that can be used. So let me give you guys the repo here. You will need that. It's kind of important. A couple of them actually came from your main source that's already defaulted, the modmy.com. That's the apt.modmyi.com. That one's there. The new one is Hack Your iPhone. That's repo.hackyouriphone.org. Great repo. Turns out, really, it is. Um, so with that, here's some of the actual SB settings for some of my favorites here that come up recently. CC toggles. Now you're going to notice fancy I used, so CC toggles is probably going to throw you off. In Control Center, yes, it's like a bluish purple. You have CC toggles, so you have your top bar here, which has some scrolling there. You can add. I've got airplane mode. You've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, vibrate, respring. I still have the rotation lock on, which I never use, and then your silent button. There's a lot of others you can do. You also have. You'll notice the one on the very bottom here. You've got all these down here. This last one is actually a close all apps button that I set, which is kind of cool because I hit it and it takes me right back to the home screen. All apps are closed. Really cool. There's some other ones you can add. You can swipe back and forth if you set it up that way. The other thing I did with the CC toggles is in here, it actually lets you. You've got your regular CC toggles here. Lets you you can set how many you want. You have lock screen restrictions. I really love this. People who believe in security, extra security, you can do lock screen restrictions. You can actually restrict airplane mode, do not disturb, power off, reboot. There's flip switch settings here you have as well. What that does is while you're on the lock screen, those options are not there when you hide suppressed items. That's amazing. If someone steals your phone, they can't put it in airplane mode, so technically you can still track it till it dies. Really cool option. I actually like that, a little extra feature there. So there's some quick launch ones you can do as well. That's the ones at the bottom, these bottom ones here. So next one, going on to display recorder. Did find actually a better recorder with one I'm using now rather than record my screen. Doesn't appear to be as glitchy. I've actually used that one in the past with my 5 and it worked really well. Fancy is what I used for the drop down here. Actually lets you change colors. You have a global tint color and then global options. You can set the color. Global options, you can tint keyboard, darken keyboard, which I actually want to turn off, and then you have your navigation bar, and then you have all your different colors with that. To keep in mind, when you guys set these, there's a checkbox in the top right corner. You'll notice that up here. That's important. It needs to be checked. You want to check it, save changes after you set the color, otherwise it doesn't actually set it. So kind of messing with those, it's kind of cool. Really cool feature there. Folder enhancer, I've always used this in the past. They just came out with the release for it. Folder enhancer is actually kind of cool. It does the little features where you see the folders are kind of grayed out. I did have it transparent before. It does allow the apps in, or folders in folders, stuff like that. You have some extra features here, effects, custom folders allowing more, apps in folders, stuff like that. Really interesting. Sleek Sleep, found this out the other night. I did have to turn my sensor insomnia off because normally I'm on the 5S and normally my battery would last me for 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, and I would leave work with 80% battery. That's going in between LTE and 3G because of the spotty signal, and intermittently using my phone for texting and playing some games, stuff like that during lunch. So that's a really good battery life. The sensor insomnia, left work today, I had 52% battery. So big difference there. Sensor insomnia, it'll actually tell you what this Sleek Sleep does. Basically, you wipe your phone in front of your proximity sensor and it'll lock your screen and it'll unlock your screen. The sensor insomnia leaves that on, so it'll work even when your screen locks. Apparently, even with it off, it seems to still be working. So, who knows? Transparent volume, new one. Turn your transparent all the way down. Then, when you hit the volume button, you'll see, although the fancy appears to have affected that, Actually, it used to be completely transparent, so if you're watching a YouTube video, you can still see behind it. It was driving me crazy. Time passcode Pro, kind of more of just a joke. Regular passcode works, and the current time on the phone is the passcode as well. So, and there's a little bit of an offset you can set there as well. So, really interesting. Kind of, if you're worried about security, that might be a problem, but in my opinion, unless somebody's really smart, they're not going to figure that out. So, that's the newest. Hopefully you guys have any comments, any questions, anybody, please. And leave comments if you can. Thank you.